Welcome back, everyone. My name is Cate Milley, and I am the Youth Board Representative for the PA Tourette Syndrome Alliance. So excited to be back with another interview. Today I'll be talking with Julia, a teen with Tourette's, who will be discussing her experiences with Tourette syndrome. There's still lots of videos coming up, so please be sure to check out patsainc.org for more information. That's patsainc.org. So Julia, when were you first diagnosed with Tourette's?
I was diagnosed with Tourette's, 9th grade. I'm going to college now. So about 4 or 5 years ago, it was the middle of my freshman year, and it was all really new for me because, you're just starting high school, which is, in itself huge, and then you get the TS diagnosis on top of it.
Did you have any, symptoms or before you were diagnosed?
Yes, so I've always had tics, from when I was younger, eye blinking, noises, kind of yelps almost, squeaks. So, from a young age, my parents were always we think she has Tourette's, but we never really pulled the trigger on getting a diagnosis until 9th grade.
Did you have any, specific thoughts or feelings surrounding your diagnosis?
Surrounding my diagnosis, initially, it was really scary for me because it was so stigmatized and, I wouldn't say demonized, but almost, made fun of a lot, especially in media. People don't portray it correctly. And so, just growing up having tics, everybody always made me feel weird about it. So beforehand, I was really nervous. When I got diagnosed, I didn't tell anybody except my parents knew. So.
Yeah, I bet it was go ahead.
Sorry, now I'm a lot more comfortable with it.
Yeah, I bet it was almost like you hear a lot of stereotypes and not necessarily true things from the media, and so when that gets related to your life, it's a very scary experience. I imagine for you.
Yeah, it really is.
What do you find most helpful when your tics are at their worst?
That's a really good question, because it's never. Tics don't go away, but sometimes you won't have them for a long or a little while, a period of time. And so I guess some things that would help it are when I'm focused, doing video games, writing something, stuff like that. As long as I have something to focus my energy on, obviously there will be the tics here and there, but they're more manageable. But, when I'm excited, watching a TV show or something, I'll be ticking a lot. And, I won't even notice it, but, other people will.
Yeah, you mentioned that your tics kind of wax and wane. Do you ever find that your tics almost go away sometimes?
Yeah. I think this morning, actually, I was just really calm. My dogs were laying with me, and, I was just reading a book on my phone, and I was basically tick-free for a little while, but before I got on here, I was, squeaking, my squeaking tic, because I maybe, nerves or something, so.
What do you wish people would know or understand about Tourette syndrome?
This one I have a lot for, because it is a very stigmatized disorder. And not a lot of people know very much about it, because the first thing I get when I tell somebody that I have Tourette's is, you don't swear, do you? No. Only 10% of people, or give or take, curse as a tic, and a lot of times, cursing can be coprolalia, where they just repeat other people, and it's not necessarily... Wait, is that the term?
I think it's echo, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So a lot of people will be having echolalic tics, where they just repeat what somebody else is saying. But I don't have that, so that's one thing that people need to stop asking is Because, I mean, if you've known somebody for a period of time and they just tell you, like, one day that they have Tourette's, and you've never heard them before say a cuss word as a tic, why would you assume that? And then something else that I wish people would know is that TS is related to a lot of other neurodivergent disorders, like ADHD, depression, anxiety, OCD. Like, they even found, like, relations to, like, POTS and, like, epileptic episodes, stuff like that. Like, they're all very linked together, and a lot of people don't realize that. What else?
That's a lot already.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, something that's very difficult for me is, like, my parents don't necessarily make the effort to do their own education. So, like, I'm kind of trying to learn on my own about my own disorder, and, like, things that could be linked to it. So it's, like, hard to deal with, like, in all.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah.
If you could go back in time to when you were first diagnosed, what would you tell yourself?
Honestly, I would tell myself that I should have done it sooner. Because, like, getting the diagnosis was such a relief, and I just felt so much weight lifted off my shoulder. Like, I finally have something to name this. And yeah, I would tell myself that it's not something to be so embarrassed about, because I wasn't open about it until, like, 2 years after my diagnosis, and I had already had it for, like, Tourette's most of my life. So I wish I could tell myself not to be so embarrassed by it.
Yeah, I bet your past self would like to hear that too. So what are you up to now? You mentioned that you're about to start college. Anything else that you'd like to share?
Yeah, I'm about to start college. I can't wait to utilize their wellness and health program at Kennesaw. Just to, like, obviously find because I need a new doctor, a new neurologist, so find a new neurologist, like, follow through with therapy, like, those are my goals. And then I also want to get more into, like, fitness and health and stuff like that. Just trying to find a routine that could possibly, like, help my symptoms, my Tourette symptoms, or any other things that I deal with. So that's the plans for the future.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much, Julia, and thank you everyone for joining Julia and listening to her journey. I'm Cate Milley, and I can't wait to share more awesome stories with you guys. If you could subscribe to our YouTube channel and go to patsainc.org. There are more videos and tons of useful information on Tourette's. See you later, guys.